Oh, all right. So thank you all once again. It is Friday. We are here on the Loyalty and Friends Self Love Podcast, and man, I got a treat for you all this Friday. First, let's start by giving my brother a heavily happy birthday. Of course, it's been 3 years now since his transition, and every day he's missed. And I would tell you though, what I have learned from my brother's death is he's been able to provide me more in his transition than he could have ever given me in life. So much gratitude, much love for sure. So yeah, salute to Mr. Eddie James Mitchell Jr. Or we call him Eddie Kane. That's what his preferred name was for sure. So on that note, man, let's introduce our guest for tonight. We got Mr. Larry Cothran himself in the building. And if you don't know who Mr. Larry is, man, you are in for a treat for sure, because this man is the man with the plan, and he can help leverage you through social media to get you to the next level for sure. So, Larry, we're going to make it very quick because we already gave him an introduction on part one. And I do encourage you all, go watch part one of our interview, of course, on the Instagram Live. You can go to Loyalty in Everything on Instagram and tap into part one. Okay, so we're just going to give you a brief little introduction, and I want to ask some more questions. Okay, so Larry, go ahead and let the people know a little bit about you so we can get into this conversation.
What's going on, everybody? This your boy Larry Cothran, and what I do is I help struggling businesses. I help people that want to become entrepreneurs, that want to take their marketing skills to the next level, or they want to take their product or service to the next level. I help with the marketing. I help with the content creation. I help take your business to the next level. So that's who I am. I do it all from my truck.
Period. Okay, don't play with him. And I would tell you, go follow his page. If you don't believe what he's saying from his mouth, go follow him. You can follow him on Instagram at I am Larry Cothran. Okay, you can follow him on YouTube. Same thing. I am Larry Cothran. And what is your website?
I am Larry.com.
IamLarry.com. So you already kind of told me like where it started. You started doing content creation at a very young age, at the age of 16, and just kind of took it from there and have been very relevant, and learn how to monetize even when you didn't have as many followers as you do as of today. So
Right.
let me find out. Okay, so what was this something like when you were younger? Were you always inspired to be a content creator for one?
Uh, Well, when I was younger, I was a clown. My granddad used to always say, "Boy, what you want to be a clown when you grow up? Sit down somewhere. Why? You can't be still. Be still, man." I was always a class clown, loud, beating on the desk and stuff like that. And one of the things that I just met a teacher of mine that was in high school, that I had in high school. And when I started ninth grade, that's when he started teaching in ninth grade. I seen him in Sam's on Saturday, and he was like, "Man," he said, "I can't believe I done sat over here and met you again." He said, "Man, I feel so honored." He said, "You done took being a knucklehead and a clown and turned it into $1 million business." And I
Mm.
said, "Hey, what can I say? I took my natural gifting, my natural abilities, and I monetized it. Same thing that I teach everybody else to do. But sometimes you just need somebody to pull that out of you, and I'm the one to pull it out of you."
I don't think they heard you, Larry. So repeat them numbers again, because I don't think they heard you.
I took my laughing and took my class clown abilities, turned into $1 million business.
Mm, right.
Yeah,
So,
and I've consulted with companies, man. That I can consult with $1 billion companies, multi-million-dollar companies,
wow,
in the
wow.
hundreds of millions. You know what I'm saying? Just and not to say that I've been formally trained at school or nothing like that. It just everything I've learned, where I got my start from, every marketing concept pretty much comes to me from the number one best-selling book in the world. That's where I could correlate each and every one of my marketing concepts, principles, and everything from the number one best-selling book in the world.
All right. So
So
share
all
it
of
with us. What book are we talking about? Because I think I need this number one best selling book in the world. That's big.
it's called a Bible.
Hey, ooh, boy. Listen, did y'all hear that? And I truly believe that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So all of my stories, everything that I have, I get a correlation. God gives me a dream. I mean, cause yeah, I'm smart, but I ain't that smart. Yeah, I'm wise, but I'm not that wise. And some of the stuff that God deposits into my spirit and gives me through dreams and stuff in the night, that stuff right there. It just comes from. It comes straight from God. I cannot make this stuff up. I'm not that smart to come up with these concepts and visions and stuff like that. So yeah, I get that stuff straight from dreams, straight from God.
And that's one of the things I always tell people, like, just to give you a little bit about myself, Larry. So, of course,
Mhm.
my brother, he was my inspiration to even start my podcasting and all of that. Before then, I was just a payroll specialist. I'm still a payroll specialist by day, okay? I'm an account manager. But the podcast is my passion, you understand? So now I'm really want to transition and figure out my way to monetize off of the podcasting and the other things because I have good influence. People love to hear me. They like to, be connected because of the energy that I have. But everything starts with God. And when I was going through my situation, I went through a lot of depression when I lost my brother because I had never lost a sibling. I'm the oldest of my siblings. So
Yeah,
just to, have to go through that, it was different. So
yeah,
I would say, it put me in a different space. But during my time of solitude, I really connected with God. I really connected with Him, and it just changed everything. It changed the narrative for me, and just kind
yeah,
of gave me more guidance. I wanted to know, like, what was His vision for my life, not what I want to do for me. What is your vision? What do you see me doing? And He told me to utilize your voice.
yeah.
Utilize your voice because there is power in your tongue. You understand? And he also told me it was something special about my voice. I didn't understand, so I had to keep questioning and keep asking more questions to clarify what that message meant for me. Then I
Yeah.
started having random people asking me, like, hey, you should start a podcast. I think you would be great at it. I always had to
Mhm.
give a gab. So you know how you take your thing that you got in trouble for all the time? I constantly got
Yeah.
in trouble for talking too much, okay?
Yeah.
And that is the one thing I can do fluently and not have any issues. Some people have a hard time starting conversations. It's never been an issue for me. I don't meet strangers. So
Yeah.
that's when I started loyalty in everything. Now, my brother, his was LIE, the team, as you see, right? LIE
Mhm.
for him meant loyalty is everything. I started that way, but then someone trademarked it before I can really get out there. And I think it was because, sometimes you share your stuff too soon. And sometimes people are jealous. They want to just take what you got. But I look at that as a blessing. That was God sent blessing for me because his message was, okay, your brother already did that. You understand? He did
Yeah.
loyalty and everything. You need to revamp your thing. So
Mhm.
I had a friend say, why don't you change is to in? And it's like when I spoke it out, it spoke so fluently for me. That was the message
Yeah.
God was giving me to share to the world. So loyalty and everything, just to break it down quickly, right? It starts with God. If you be loyal to Him and give Him that gratitude and servitude that He deserves, that's going to set the way for every relationship outside of that, right? That's going to
Yeah.
teach you how to be more loyal to yourself, how to love on yourself, and make sure you create that overflow. We're not even supposed to pour from a full cup. We're supposed to pour from our overflow. So you have to
Right.
create the overflow first in order to be able to pour from it, right? And
Yeah.
once you create that overflow, then that's going to teach you to be more loyal to people as a whole. You'll be able to be more
Mhm.
of a servitude, be able to really support and love on your brothers and sisters and not have any hatred spirits within you. And then
Yeah.
from there, we can be loyal to what we choose to digest, whether it's food or knowledge, okay?
Yeah.
Because our bodies are our temples, as you mentioned, right? You've been taking care of your body, you've been getting more fit, making sure
Yep.
you taking care of your body because if you don't take care of your body, then it's not going to take care of you. So it's a even exchange. And when it comes to knowledge, all knowledge that's been given to us is not good knowledge. So you want to learn how to pretty much eat the meat, spit out the bones. Consume the knowledge that's going to really bring value to you and it's going to get you to your next level. But if it doesn't give you any purpose, spit it out. It's no good for
Yeah.
you. So that's what loyalty and everything means for me. So I just love just how you're encouraging people and just, but I want to kind of speak because I want people to have a realistic approach as well. So what were some of the challenges like in the beginning when you first started out, and how did you
Uh,
overcome some of those challenges?
okay, so when I first started out in the content area, that's what you're talking about, the content area.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, all right. So when I first started out in the content area, I guess trying to find out what am I going to talk about because I had an issue like, am I going to talk about um, marketing, or am I going to talk about trucking? Okay,
Mm.
I knew that I was going to be staying in something. I wasn't going to be talking about law or science or talking about signs or talking about trees or tombstones. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm talking about the stuff that I'm already doing. The thing that's not going to stretch me too much. I'm already doing. All I got to do is throw up the camera. You know what I'm saying? So that's the stuff I started. I had a challenge with that at first, but then when I found out, okay, look, I'm doing this trucking thing right here. When I found out that that was gonna hit,
Mm-hmm.
after that third video that I posted, hey, it was over from there. So, I put that video out, and then another thing that I did was another challenge was consistency, but it
Mm.
wasn't consistency for me. I could see in a lot of other people who wanted to be successful in their podcast, in their content creation journey, in their marketing strategy, whether they was offering services or products. I could see that they were inconsistent, and so being inconsistent
Mm.
um, is a challenge that a lot of people come up against. And so for me, I kind of hit that over the head and say, you know what? Instead of me being inconsistent, let me just throw up videos. Let me just put the videos
Mm.
up. Let me create the video. So I started creating. And so I can create 25 videos just by sitting down for the night. You know what I'm saying? If I sit
There you
down, I
go.
create 25 videos. And so right now I'm at the point because I have batch created so many videos, I'm at the point right now to where I have 10 years worth of videos. I ain't gotta create another video for 10 years, and I can upload 3 videos a day for 10 years. That's how
Mm.
many videos I got.
Mm. And you know what? You speaking on a lot of good stuff because that's the hardest thing is to be consistent for some people. But the excuses that I always hear is, "Oh, I don't have time." Yes, you do. That time that you
Yeah,
sitting there playing on your phone, playing that little game that ain't gonna get you nowhere. It's not gonna give you no value. It's time to create. As you're doing your daily life, the stuff that you do, people are nosy. They want to know what you're doing on a consistent basis, right? So that can be content
yeah,
as well. That all of it is content. Everything that we do is considered content. So let's transition, okay? Then you got into your
yeah.
trucking. So when did that start? And then how did you combine the two?
Okay, so I got in trucking in 2007. I got into it because I was broke, needed some money. And so got into trucking, and when I got into it, I kept seeing before I got into it, I kept seeing all these people with these adult toys. So I'm seeing them with like pools in the yard, four wheelers, motorcycles, all kind of stuff. I'm like, man, what y'all doing for a living? And how y'all able to get all this stuff? They had land that they paid out, and I'm like, what in the world? What are y'all doing? So come to find out,
Right.
these cats are driving trucks.
Mm,
They were own operators, had their own trucks. They had their own rigs and stuff like that. So I said, man, let me see exactly how I can get in it. So got into it and failed a few times. Like I'm not gonna tell nobody. I said, yeah, I got it right. Boom, 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 and I just kept getting it right. It wasn't like that. So for me, when I finally hit it off, was like 2017.
okay.
Okay, because I done been a company driver, lease purchase, owner operator. I done been local. I've been over the road, and so when I got into trucking, I done been a trainer as well, and I done hauled different commodities like reefer. I mean, pull different traders like reefer, hazmat, and hazmat is what I do right now. But I always look for something that's gonna be when I'm looking for freight, when I'm looking for loads, when I'm looking for something. Where am I gonna drive? Who am I gonna drive for? I'm looking for something that a lot of people don't want to do, and that something that's gonna be evergreen. And what I
Mm,
mean by that, I'm looking for that evergreen freight. So something that has to be moved. Okay, so like right now, I haul hazmat waste. Hazmat waste has to be moved every 10 days from a 10 day facility. Okay, and you're always gonna have that for the rest of time. Okay,
Right.
the same thing when it comes to certain other commodities like hazmat waste, a lot of that oil and gas. You know, that stuff it has to be moved. So certain stuff has to be moved at certain times, and that's the stuff right there that you want to haul.
Right. Have you ever done like been a car hauler? Because I know they
No,
get paid out of cars.
yeah, yeah. I haven't never I haven't never been a car hauler, and I really don't want to do that. I'm happy with what I'm doing right now because me, I'm in trucking, but I'm not in love with trucking. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like I teach people the business of trucking. I teach company drivers how to make the transition from company driver to owner operator. I teach them how to prosper where they are currently as a company driver, and but I'm not in love with it so much that man, you hear them people, man, if I could just get me a 379 Peterbilt, man, I go to the open highway, I'm gone. That's not me. I don't live for the highway. I want to go home. I want to go home.
Yes, indeed. So, okay, I want to ask some personal questions because I know some people want to know. So, like, how do you incorporate that in your dating life? Are you dating? Are you married? Like, what is your status? And how does your job and what you do, how does that affect your dating life if you are dating?
Yeah, so I don't date. I'm married. Only person I date is my wife. She's still my girlfriend too. So
That part.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, I don't have no side chicks. So I put up a video the other day that talks about that. But anyway, yeah. So it can affect your marriage. It can affect your life if you allow it to. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
If you and your spouse don't have a good understanding of what you're trying to do, of the goals that you're trying to meet, and different things like that, it'll tear a family apart. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It'll tear a relationship apart. But I'm able to juggle all that because my family knows what I'm doing. I have 12 kids, and I'm all 12 of my kids by the same person, and
Wow.
and they know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And
Now
so I
that's
have 12
love.
kids.
Y'all was
I
making
don't have
some
12
real
kids.
love.
I got 2 kids.
I'm about to say y'all got some real love. Y'all
I
making
just wanted
12
to say
kids,
that.
baby. I was like,
Hey, if I had 12 kids, I would never be able to come home.
I was scared for her, like the fact that she
Yeah,
had 12 kids. Boy, I know I don't had three myself, so I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa,
yeah.
whoa.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
but but it's cool. You can make it work. One thing is gonna have to have is trust, and so like I'm not like I don't. A lot of people they don't trust their spouse, so like when they go
right.
out the front door, here comes Jody in the back door. You know what I'm saying? And it be like that sometimes. That's the harsh reality. But I don't have to worry about that. So I'm good.
And shout out to wifey. Listen how your husband edify his wife. Don't play with him, okay? I love it. I
Ooh ooh
love
ooh
that.
ooh ooh ooh.
Yes. And how long have y'all been married?
We about to be married 18 years in August. It'll be 18
Ooh,
years.
August the what?
August 6th.
Okay, my birthday, August 13th. Leo, gang, gang, period.
Okay, okay, all right, okay.
Yes, indeed. So congrats to that for sure. And I know, big plans. And it takes, you have to have a strong partner, partnership as a whole. And I think that even helps like with the dynamics and allows you to keep pushing forward, knowing that, she's cheering for you and rooting for you in the background as you out here doing the work and making things happen. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
big. Right. So I'm loving it. And that's the thing, like what people have to realize, okay, it doesn't matter what your career path is, you can learn how to create content that intertwines with what you're doing on your daily lives and still monetize off of that as well to create a whole nother
yes,
bag for yourself.
yep,
Different multiple bags, not just one. There's
yeah,
so many ways you can monetize from it.
yep. You're right about it.
Yeah, so what I want to do is we're gonna get ready. So again, I know y'all seen a couple things crossing the screen. Okay, he does have a book out, so make sure y'all go purchase the book on Amazon. Make sure you support. You can actually go to his website, which is www.iamlarry.com. You can also reach out to him on Instagram if needed at I am Larry Copterin. He's the same way on TikTok for sure. And I'm telling you, he is someone you definitely want to be connected to. Make sure you watch this, man. We need to get the watch hours up, you all. So I am striving and on my way to monetization, but I have to get my watch hours up, get more followers. So please, if you got some good value out of this or any of the other interviews, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for sure. Much appreciated. And guess what? It's free 99 to do. It don't cost you a dime, okay? Nothing
Hmm.
at all, for sure. So what we're gonna do is, okay, at 8 p.m. we got 10 minutes before the top of the hour. But at the top of the hour, we're gonna go over to Clubhouse. So if you got a Clubhouse profile, I'm encouraging you, come join us. We're gonna do question and answer. And I know a lot of you can get a lot of gems based on for what you do and how you can create content that can help leverage you and create some more income for your pockets, man. And you can just have passive income or residual income coming every single month or every day. Who knows? Hey.
Right.
So thank you so much, Larry. Again, is there anything you would like to say before we wrap up this end? And then I'm going to give you some time to recoup and we'll get started at 8 p.m. on Clubhouse.
No, I don't have nothing I want to say. I don't have nothing I want to say. I just want to say I thank you, and it's been a plum pleasing pleasure.
Absolutely. And I could definitely say how you was the class clown, but I know you was the cool kid. Everybody wanted to be your friend because you had a good joke, as long as they want the end of the joke.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So thank you all. We will be back next Friday. Have another special guest coming each and every Friday if I can. Of course, we're gonna miss a couple Fridays because guess what? Your girl gotta live too. I love to travel, so I'm always looking for the next city to come to. You having an event and you want to see Lord in the flesh, man, reach out, man. My pull-up game is very strong. Just know that, okay? So thank you, Larry. Hey, I might need to be pulling up in Cartersville to come meet the family and stuff so we can connect, man. So
Most
I'm
deaf.
looking forward to it. But thank you again, Larry. And yeah, let me give you some time so you can recoup and let's get back at it at 8 o'clock. All right.
All right. Cool.
Thank you. Until next time, y'all. Deuces.